Hello everyone, this is CJ with Cycletron. A few months ago, Harley Davidson announced that they were spinning off their electric models into a separate division called LiveWire, which is the name of their first electric motorcycle that they released back in August of 2019 as a 2020 model. And now that new division, LiveWire, is introducing their first model called the LiveWire 1. Which for the most part is the same motorcycle with a few changes. So a few days ago they made this announcement, released a new website, livewire.com. It's a pretty slick website. Clearly they're targeting younger riders, particularly those who live in an urban setting. The range on a full charge is up from the previous LiveWire model to 146 miles. The previous model had about a 110 mile range in the city. The LiveWire 1 really doesn't have any branding associated with Harley Davidson, and I expect that to continue for all the LiveWire models. But it's significantly cheaper, that's the main thing. This bike comes in just a hair under $22,000, which is a big improvement over the $30,000 MSRP of the Harley Davidson LiveWire. I don't know, Harley Davidson seems to have a lot of market data available, so how they could ever attempt to sell electric motorcycle for $30,000. But some of the main differences, I guess, with this LiveWire 1 model is it's got what they call the haptic heartbeat. I didn't even know what that was. I was talking to my oldest son, who's 24, about that, and he said, oh yeah, they've got that on video game controllers to give more feedback to the player. So I guess the idea here is to give more of an experience of riding a conventional motorcycle to the electric motorcycle rider. We'll have to see how that works out. I don't know if you would get more vibration with more throttle position or not. That remains to be seen. Maybe they'll come out with more details in about a week or so. So the charging on the LiveWire 1, pretty similar to what it was with the original LiveWire. 60 minutes on the fast DC charger to full charge, and 11 hours on a conventional charger. So that's pretty slow from 110. There are a few options, unlike the original LiveWire. You've got a billet kit that you can put on, and you've got a carbon fiber kit that you can put on the bike. So that got me thinking, what about the people that spent $30,000 on a LiveWire in either end of 2019, 2020, or up till now here in 2021? Chances are they didn't get any discount on it, so they paid $30,000 or even more with additional fees. I went on to Cycle Trader, found a brand new 2020 LiveWire from a Harley Davidson dealer, and they're discounting it down to $24,999. Now, I don't know what additional fees they may be adding, but that's certainly a departure from what I've seen in the past as far as dealers just not discounting these bikes whatsoever. Now, here's another one. It's got 1,300 miles on it. A dealer selling it for a little over $23,000. So again, more than what you would pay for a LiveWire 1 at $22,000. Here's a used one with 1,000 miles, basically $21,600. So, and then lastly, there's a LiveWire original 2020 on a Harley dealer's website, and they're still trying to get full freight, $29,800. So I don't know what they're planning to do with the original 2020 models at these Harley Davidson dealerships. From what I've been able to piece together, Harley only sold about 400 of these LiveWires, and I would guess that somewhere around 1,000 were produced. So if that's right, you've got in excess of 500 LiveWires still sitting in Harley Davidson dealer showrooms. So I'm not really sure what the plan is there. So let's look at the competition. I think this is the most comparable model from Zero, the Zero SRF. And it's the premium version is $21,500, and you're going to spend an extra $2,900 getting the extra power pack on it. And of course, they only present the specs for the extra power pack, 200-mile range, 161 in the city. So I'm guessing for the regular power pack, that's going to be pretty comparable to the LiveWire 1 performance. So what do you think about this? I mean, I think $22,000 is where the original LiveWire should have been priced from day one. I still think with either the LiveWire 1 or leftover original LiveWires from Harley Davidson, they should offer a leasing option to get this bike into more people's hands. But I think it's a good development, and oddly though, they're initially only going to sell these LiveWire 1s at maybe less than a dozen authorized dealerships in California, Texas, and New York. I'm not sure how they pick those states. Maybe I could see why they pick California. But also, you know, you can usually get up to a $2,500 tax credit. Apparently, you can get this still on electric bikes, a federal tax credit on your returns for any electric vehicle that'll go over 45 miles an hour. So one that's eligible for highway use. So I'd be curious what your thoughts are about this. Is a lower price at $22,000 enough to entice you to jump into the electric motorcycle fold? I mean, I've ridden the original LiveWire, and I think it's a fantastic motorcycle. I mean, I've got a new sport bike, and it's got a fuel range of about 135 miles, which is the lowest fuel range of any motorcycle I have. And I plan on riding that mostly around town. So I couldn't say that I wouldn't get an electric motorcycle because of the limited range now that they're pushing 150-mile range now. So it just depends on what kind of riding you're going to do. Also, I think Harley needs to do something to help out these early LiveWire adopters, because if you are one of these people that spent $30,000 plus on an original LiveWire and looking at the resale values now, you're going to take over a $10,000 hit on resale, and that's within the last 2 years of ownership. So I don't know what they could do to those folks if they could offer to them swap out a upgraded power pack in a few years or something. I mean, there's just a really high price to be an early adopter for the original LiveWire motorcycle. And there's been some suggestion in different media outlets that, you know, maybe these initial LiveWire models will be collector's items, and I wouldn't bet on it. So again, please let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about this development? You know, they're supposed to be coming out with a lot more LiveWire models soon, probably a cheaper version, I would guess, in the $15,000 range. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and stay tuned for future videos. Thanks very much.